Do you believe that you can heal yourself? Too often we give our power away to something outside of ourselves, and rarely, if ever, trust and tap into our innate healing power and intuition. Everyone has this capability to heal in ways we never thought possible. It's your sovereign right to claim and have true health and lasting wellness. Now, here is the host of the Dr. Dolores Show, Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in our amazing world. And boy, it's amazing these days. You're listening to the Dr. Dolores Show on Inspired Choices Network, and I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. And, today's episode, we're going to be talking about embracing new beginnings, change, 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 lots of chaos, lots of drama. There's a lot of stuff going on in our world right now, especially in our external world. I mean, we're in very interesting times in humanity's evolution and ascension, and we are all doing the best we can. And so, what we have to remember is sometimes change and new beginnings could be really daunting and scary. And I'm hoping that after we have our little chat today, that I could give you some insights and some other possibilities to look at new beginnings from a different stance. So we're going to be embracing new beginnings today. And, when there's so much uncertainty in our external world, what we have to do sometimes is just come home to ourselves and create that certainty within ourselves that no matter what is happening to us, it may be actually happening for us. That's something to kind of bite down on and let your teeth sink into. Um, and I know it really scares people a lot because our natural tendency is to want to have things in nice little boxes on a shelf, organized. And when sometimes we are thrown into the realms of endings and beginnings, we start to go crazy because our little world is going topsy turvy and we can't control it. And unfortunately, for many people who are control fiends, recovering one here, is that we try to control it even more to make it stay the way it was. And maybe you need to look at things from a different perspective. Things happen not to us, for us. And I know I already said that, but it's worth repeating because energetically, we're just in a different place, a different time than what we were maybe when we created or manifested what we are being asked to remove from our life or what's being removed from our lives. And when you're able to look at things from that perspective and not get triggered by those things and triggered by that that feeling of uncertainty and that overwhelm, it's a very powerful, catalyst for growth and transformation. So, I just invite you to just sit with all of that for a moment because trust me, we are all going through changes all the time. Some of them are small little changes, um, you know, or some of them might be very abrupt and, very, how could I say it, show stopping, where, maybe all of a sudden you lose your job, or maybe all of a sudden a family member gets sick, or maybe all of a sudden you need to pick up your life and move someplace else. It's really, we're always evolving and changing. Okay. So that's just part of cycles, and when you look at life in general, life is a series of cycles, and endings and beginnings are natural. I love looking at things from an energetic standpoint because everything is energy. And when we're always in creation mode, okay? But one thing you have to remember is that who you were just even a day ago is a different energy than who you are now. So take that back maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Who you were 5 or 6 years ago was completely different energetically than who you are now. So sometimes energetically, we outlive the expiration date of what we had created before because we're just hanging on for dear life because God forbid it's just scary out there. I'm clinging on with my fingernails and it's just like I one by one I'm lifting them up and I'm only hanging on by one now, but it's just like it could be very scary for us, especially the fear of the unknown and what's to come. We always have a tendency to go down the rabbit hole of what could possibly go wrong or what's the doom and gloom that's coming. And I invite you just to shift that. Just be excited about, okay, all right, I lost my job. Now what? What are the possibilities? It's about, yes, you could go down the rabbit hole and have a pity party and woe is me and stuff like that. And by all means, please do that if you need to, but don't stay stuck there. It's just like grieve the loss of what is happening, but also open the door and allow yourself to step through the threshold of what is possible coming to you. Because energetically, it may be way more aligned in ways that you have no idea, that until you get out of your own way and just allow it to come to you, you're going to be so amazingly surprised. So, change offers opportunities for healing, growth, and, stepping into your true potential. And as you are putting yourself first and allowing yourself to take a step through that doorway, you are opening up endless possibilities. Okay. We talked about the fear of the unknown and the self-doubt thing. And sometimes we doubt ourselves that we're capable to move forward or we don't have what it takes to start over again. I've known some amazing, I've known some people who've had amazing transformations in my life where it seemed like it was doom and gloom, yet they were able to pivot and make something different and create something different for themselves. Just by changing their attitude and what they say to themselves, because we really are in charge. It's not something outside of us that's creating our reality. We start from ground zero, from self. We're the ones that are able to manifest and create. And if you have any doubt about that, look at your life and look at your surroundings within your life. You've created all of that. We're amazing manifestors and creators. Now it's time to add that component of awareness to that. So you are aware of what and mindful of what you are actually creating for yourself. It's about shifting your mindset. And, fear and excitement are kind of very similar in one aspect, okay? It's an emotion, it's an experience. But when we reframe fear as excitement, we're able to make that pivot to focus on what's to come and be excited about, what may be showing up next for us. It's about shifting your perspective and just allowing yourself just to be, not about doing something, but just allowing yourself to be and to receive what is coming towards you. Because I know I was told this and I've experienced this personally. Everything you ever want for yourself has already been created energetically. It just sometimes is vibrating at a different frequency than maybe where you currently are. or you're starting to raise your frequency and doing some mindful activities and being more aware. And so you're raising your vibration and frequency. So the things that are in your energy field that you desire, you're becoming more of an energetic alignment to those things that are there. And guess what? When there's an energetic alignment, you're going to be able to see things that maybe you weren't able to see before. And you were, they were like ships passing in the night. So I invite you just to sit with that and just, let that sink in for you. Everything you ever wanted in your life is there for you already energetically. It's just vibrating at a different frequency and capability. And we may not be quite there yet. And so, how do we get to that point? We work on ourselves. We do things to raise our frequency and vibration. Mindful activity is one of them. Being aware of what you say to yourself in the quiet and the basement of your mind. It's just having that awareness, and that awareness is the key that's going to unlock the lock that's going to allow you to look at your life from a completely different perspective. And when you're able to create your life from that point, you're unstoppable. You have that certainty within yourself and that inner knowing and that wisdom. So I just invite you to just sit with that and just know that that's available for you as well. Okay. Some of the other things to navigate transitions, and I think a lot of people are going to be going through a lot of transitions right now. I live in the United States, and trust me, there's a lot of stuff going on, but not just the United States. I think globally, everybody's going through massive shifts and changes. So, our best MO, and I want to say survival tools to maneuver through this, is to look at things from a different perspective, even though we may not agree with what's going on. What's not happening on the external are definitely triggers. Okay. These triggers are really allowing us to dig deep within ourselves as to why you're being triggered. Okay. And then sitting with what those triggers are. I feel it's an opportunity for us to heal a lot of things so that there is more of the old energy dissolving instead of moving forward with us, because there's no place for that old energy to go with where humanity is evolving to. So, get excited about, changes and new beginnings, because it is an exciting time. And yeah, it could be an exciting and a scary time all at the same time, but you know what? Choose the excitement versus being scared and going down fear. And like I said, the most important thing, change is happening for you, not to you. And just be curious about life. There's a lot of things that are out there right now that are kind of wonky and sideways. And actually, it's kind of funny because I'm just going to address this too, is like, please do not lose your sense of humor, because there's a lot to laugh about. And when you lose your sense of humor, it's over, folks. You don't, when you are able to see the humor in situations, you win. And, just know that we're all going to get through this, believe me. And when we embrace new beginnings, this is where we are opening that doorway and stepping through that threshold to creating a new reality. So we are getting ready to go on our first break already. I can't believe it. And you're listening to the Dr. Dolores Show on Inspired Choices Network. And I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. And when we come back, we'll just share some more about embracing new beginnings.
Do you trust your instincts? Many of us don't. Yet this is the key to connecting to your innate healer within and your intuition. Tune in to the Dr. Dolores Show with nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer, Dr. Dolores Fazzino, to receive insights and tools to realign with your inner wisdom for lasting health and true wellness. Listen for the Dr. Dolores Show, Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Ready to break free from complacency? Welcome to I'm Awake, Now What? Your monthly invitation to embrace conscious living. If you've been feeling lost or stagnant, this is your chance to awaken your purpose. Join our transformative conscious wake-up office hours every month for guidance and self-discovery. Experience the power of clarity and focus as you navigate towards holistic healing and empowerment. Don't just survive, thrive. Sign up now and unlock a wealth of benefits, including enhanced well-being, stress reduction, emotional healing, and connection. It's time to ignite the flames of purpose within and start your journey to a fulfilling life.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email becomeahost@inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is the Dr. Dolores Show with Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to Dolores at drdoloresfazzino.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back, everybody. You're listening to the Dr. Dolores Show on Inspired Choices Network. And I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. And we are talking about embracing new beginnings on our show today. And before we went on our break, we were talking about why it's important to, embrace change and step into the new beginnings, because they're actually more aligned with where we're going than where we had been. But yet we have a tendency to hang on to the old because we figure, that's going to keep us good, but and keep us safe. And, we're in constant change and movement. Okay, this is just the way things are, and this is how energy comes in and dances with it. It's just like the frequencies of and energetic things that happen in our world, and everything is energy. It's always moving and fluxing and changing. And it's kind of funny that we think that we could stop and control it. How's that been working out for you? Interesting. So it's kind of interesting too, because I'm going to just share a personal note here. My brother, a week ago, not even a week ago, last Friday, had open heart surgery, and he had numerous bypasses. And, it's been really kind of interesting watching his journey, because, this is definitely a new beginning for him, because he's got, new plumbing in his heart, and he's going to be able to make some changes that are necessary for him moving forward. So it's like, he ended his old way of life and he's got this new beginning. So, that's a natural thing. And the good news is, I just heard he just got discharged and he's home, which is almost amazing considering he had surgery on Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 5 days later, he's home, which that's blowing my mind right now, even though as a healthcare practitioner, but I'm just delightful. And he's done very well post-operatively. So thank you everybody for your prayers and your thoughts. He's actually having a rebirth, basically, a new life, a new opportunity. And, I know that's an extreme example of that, yet it's definitely something that it's about embracing change. And there will be a lot of changes that he's going to need to embrace. So I will continue to support and hold him close, near and dear to my heart as he progresses through that. So, you know, we are constantly moving and change is happening. And sometimes we get resistant because we don't want to change and it's just too hard. And it's just like we get stuck and we dig our heels in. And we're all guilty of that. I know myself, I've been dug in for many, many years and I've undug myself the last couple years, and I'm still undigging myself with some things. And it's about changing and looking at the possibilities of where you can go with the information and the new wisdom that you're gaining as you move through this process. We get to reinvent ourselves, create something different, which I think is awesome, especially for those of us who have forgotten how to dream. We've been so busy in the rote doing of life that we don't daydream anymore. We aren't allowing ourselves to be in the space of just, receiving information and just that quiet thing where you're resting on the couch, and sometimes you hear your mother talking in the back of your head, why are you on the couch, you should be out doing something. It's like, anybody have that voice in their head? Yeah, it's time to have a little conversation with that voice and tell it to go, go take a hike, or go do something. If you're so concerned about it, I'm just going to allow myself to rest and be totally okay with it, without the guilt, shame, or that little voice hanging out telling you're wrong for doing that. When we're going through major healing opportunities right now, and we're going through a lot, embracing change, because the old way of doing things, like I said earlier, is no longer energetically aligned with where you're needing to go. So maybe there's a period of grieving that you're going through, and just allow yourself to feel whatever feelings are coming up for you around that. Because when we are allowing ourselves to feel what we're experiencing, it doesn't get stuck. It just flows through us. When we get stuck, it's when we try to avoid feeling, or keeping what we're feeling. We dip our toe in and we're like, don't want to go there. I'm going to keep it at bay and put it in a nice little box and put it on a shelf. And when you're able to feel and just let the emotions move through you, they're not going to get stuck. They're going to move through you. You're allowing that to happen. The choice that a lot of people make, it just is scary for them because it's overwhelming possibly, and it's the fear of the unknown. But just allow it as energy waves, just moving through you and letting it pass and blessing it. And, if feeling it, but allowing it to flow through you, because when you're feeling it and allowing it to flow through you, you're not going to get it trapped into your body. When, I want to circle back to, the whole resistance thing. Sometimes we think it's just better to stay in the old pattern because I know what I have. And, but if those patterns are no longer serving you, it's just like you're just keeping yourself stuck. And you're resisting the new beginnings and the excitement and the possibilities that come along with the new beginnings. When you're able to release what is no longer serving you, you create that void to allow the new stuff, the delicious, yummy stuff that's coming towards you, to fill that void that you've left from leaving that old stuff behind. So just remember, change is inevitable and resisting it creates unnecessary suffering. So I love the saying that suffering's optional because it is. When we're the only ones suffering, but it's just like we're creating our own drama and chaos. So, I love that international no sign. Let's just put resistance in that, and also suffering too, because, I feel that life should be easy and effortless. The only issue that is the human ego comes in and tries to make it more challenging and creates drama for us. So just tell your ego to say, it's time to play nice, nice in the sandbox. And, maybe let's try something different. And just remember, the key to transformation is surrendering to life's flow rather than clinging to what is safe and unknown. And that's so much easier said than done, but it is the absolute truth. So how do we embrace change with confidence and grace? We need to shift our perspective, and we talked a little bit about that. Maybe what seems what appears as a threat to us is really an opportunity. So be curious and just sometimes ask the question. This is when you're awake and aware, you have other possibilities besides reacting. You could respond, and how you respond is that, what is this experience here to teach me? What am I going to learn from this? Because everything we experience in life has gold nuggets and ability to deepen our wisdom as we move forward, on our life's journey. Reframe that uncertainty as excitement. I love, it's just like it's exciting to wake up because there's endless possibilities out there. And who said that there's only one way to do something? I want to know who made that rule up, huh? Something to think about and wrap your mind around. Whose voice are you hearing in the quiet of your mind? Maybe it's coming from your ancestral lineage as well. Your parents and grandparents used to say that to you, but that's not your truth. And it's just like I always used to say to myself, who made that rule up? It's just like because and just kind of chuckle after it because it's kind of funny because it how it has been running your life on an unconscious perspective. And now that you're aware and you could see this, you could actually start weeding your garden of your mind out. So cultivate your self-trust and your inner wisdom. And we talk a lot about that on the Dr. Dolores Show. It's about learning to trust that little voice within yourself and having a relationship with yourself, your inner wisdom, so that you're led by your divine intelligence that's within yourself, that you only have the ability to access that when you're fully present in your body in the present moment. I think we need to give ourselves more credit too, that we're more resilient and capable than sometimes we believe. A lot of times other people see that in us and we're so close to it, we don't see it for ourselves. So just know that change can be messy and it's okay, and just to practice self-compassion. So we're getting ready to go on another break, and we're going to come back and do a guided meditation about embracing new beginnings. And we're all listening to the Dr. Dolores Show. I'm your host, Dr. Dolores Fazzino, and we're on the Inspired Choices Network. So stay tuned and we will share some more.
Do you trust your instincts? Many of us don't. Yet this is the key to connecting to your innate healer within and your intuition. Tune in to the Dr. Dolores Show with nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer, Dr. Dolores Fazzino, to receive insights and tools to realign with your inner wisdom for lasting health and true wellness. Listen for the Dr. Dolores Show, Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Ready to break free from complacency? Welcome to I'm Awake, Now What? Your monthly invitation to embrace conscious living. If you've been feeling lost or stagnant, this is your chance to awaken your purpose. Join our transformative conscious wake-up office hours every month for guidance and self-discovery. Experience the power of clarity and focus as you navigate towards holistic healing and empowerment. Don't just survive, thrive. Sign up now and unlock a wealth of benefits, including enhanced well-being, stress reduction, emotional healing, and connection. It's time to ignite the flames of purpose within and start your journey to a fulfilling life.
How wonderful would it be to carry your favorite Inspired Choices Network host with you throughout your day? Well, now you can. Inspired Choices Network now has its very own mobile app. Our free app offers live streaming shows, along with thousands of podcasts and TV episodes. Our shows cover a wide variety of topics. Whether you're waking up with us, carrying us through the day, and taking us to bed with you, we're always here for you to enjoy. We're easy to find. Just search for Inspired Choices Network in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
This is the Dr. Dolores Show with Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to Dolores at drdoloresfazzino.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back, everybody. You're listening to the Dr. Dolores Show on Inspired Choices Network, and I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. And as you notice in our infomercials in between segments, that there's a community group that I have created with a friend of mine, and it's called I'm Awake Now What? So, some of the most important things about embracing new beginnings is surrounding yourself with supportive people. And this community does that. It allows you to seek out mentors, friends, and new people who are aligned with what you're going through. And our community, I'm Awake Now What, is for people who are on their spiritual journey, who have awakened and sometimes don't know what that's all about or have no resources. So we offer resources, tools, healing, community, and also insight by having a weekly Zoom meeting to connect and to share what's kind of going on with you so we could offer you support. So I invite you to go check that out if that's aligned with who you are and what you would like to accomplish. Go to my website, drdoloresfazzino.com, and you'll see a tab for I'm Awake Now What? And just click on that and you'll get all the information that you need about what I'm Awake Now What is all about. So, as you know, we've been talking about embracing new beginnings on our show today, and we're in real interesting times in humanity's evolution, and it's can be easier said or done, but we're kind of straddling two worlds right now. The old way of the way things had been done and everything that has been not so good is coming to light. Yet we are in a very fertile garden right now. And I feel that the way that we can maneuver through this is just to embrace new beginnings, because we are starting new beginnings, and we could create the new beginnings on our terms, not what the external is telling us. So I encourage you just to think about that and to just really embrace that. So we're going to start, we're going to go into a guided meditation, and it's called Embracing New Beginnings with Grace and Ease. So I just invite you to join me in this moment of stillness. And this meditation is designed to help you embrace new beginnings with grace and ease, and most importantly, an open heart. So I invite you to find a comfortable position, sitting or lying down, and gently close your eyes. Allow your hands to rest in your lap or by your sides. And take a deep breath in through your nose and slowly exhale through your mouth. Let's do that again. Inhale deeply, feeling your belly expand, and exhale, releasing any tension or resistance. With each breath, allow yourself to relax more fully, becoming present in this moment. Now, imagine roots extending from the base of your spine, gently connecting you to the earth. These roots provide stability, grounding you in strength and security. As you inhale, visualize a warm golden light flowing from the earth up through your body, filling you with a sense of peace and support. As you exhale, imagine releasing any fear, doubt, or resistance, letting go of anything that no longer serves you. Breathe in courage and breathe out hesitation. With every breath, you are creating space for something new, something beautiful to enter your life. Now, bring to mind a new beginning that is unfolding in your life. It may be a new opportunity, a shift in perspective, or an unknown path ahead. Rather than focusing on fear or uncertainty, allow yourself to feel a sense of excitement and possibility. Visualize yourself stepping forward with confidence and grace. See yourself walking along a path bathed in golden light, guided by trust and inner wisdom. Each step you take is filled with ease and clarity. You are supported. You are capable. You are ready. Silently or aloud, repeat these affirmations. I welcome new beginnings with an open heart. I trust that everything is unfolding for my highest good. I release fear and embrace the unknown with confidence. I am strong, resilient, and ready for this next chapter. Feel the truth of these words settling into your being. Let them become part of you. Now, take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Gently bring your awareness back to the present moment. Wiggle your fingers and toes, feeling fully present in your body. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Carry this sense of peace, confidence, and openness with you as you step into your new beginning. You are ready. You are supported. You are exactly where you need to be. Well, welcome back, everybody. There's that peaceful, serene quiet that occurs after a guided meditation. I invite you to continue to be present with that, allowing it to become part of who you are right here, right now. And know that there's infinite possibilities as you continue on your journey. So just allow yourself to deeply breathe and exhale. Be rooted in your certainty. And just allow yourself to embrace the new beginnings that are unfolding in your life. So we're going to be going on our last break of our segment or our show today, and you're listening to the Dr. Dolores Show on Inspired Choices Network. And I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. And when we come back, we'll just share some more and wrap up our episode. And we'll see you soon.
Do you trust your instincts? Many of us don't. Yet this is the key to connecting to your innate healer within and your intuition. Tune in to the Dr. Dolores Show with nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer, Dr. Dolores Fazzino, to receive insights and tools to realign with your inner wisdom for lasting health and true wellness. Listen for the Dr. Dolores Show, Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Ready to break free from complacency? Welcome to I'm Awake, Now What? Your monthly invitation to embrace conscious living. If you've been feeling lost or stagnant, this is your chance to awaken your purpose. Join our transformative conscious wake-up office hours every month for guidance and self-discovery. Experience the power of clarity and focus as you navigate towards holistic healing and empowerment. Don't just survive, thrive. Sign up now and unlock a wealth of benefits, including enhanced well-being, stress reduction, emotional healing, and connection. It's time to ignite the flames of purpose within and start your journey to a fulfilling life.
This is the Dr. Dolores Show with Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to Dolores at drdoloresfazzino.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back, everybody. You're listening to the Dr. Dolores Show on Inspired Choices Network. And we're talking about embracing new beginnings. And we shared quite a bit during our show. We talked about the importance of aligning with what the universe is wanting for us versus hanging on to things that are no longer aligned with us. It's about aligning ourselves energetically to what is already there for us and allowing ourselves to receive it without going into resistance and digging those heels in. And, you know, I just decided as a spontaneous thing, I have Oracle deck cards all over my house, and I have this one here called Healing Energy Oracle by Mario Dubois. And I just decided to spontaneously pick one out of the deck for today, and it was so appropriate because we were talking about embracing new beginnings and all the changes that are happening. And this is what it says: open to the universe. This is the card right here. I don't know if you could see it, but probably not. But I'll read it to you. It says, I am discovering my worth and my abilities. I have confidence in my value and my potential. I reclaim my inner power. I accept and love myself completely. Thus I am open to the divine light of the universe. And we were talking about how, you know, the universe, there's no mistake. This card kind of popped out of the deck when I was shuffling it. So there's no mistake. And when we are embracing new beginnings, we are saying yes to the universe. I'm ready to align with what is coming for me, and I graciously release what is no longer serving me. And sometimes we have to be reminded what is no longer serving us because we're so unconscious to our awareness of what's there that we are just going, you know, we're in automatic mode or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I'm getting silly now. So let's just talk about some takeaways from today's episode. Okay. So change is natural and inevitable. The only constant in life is change. Now, the only constant in life is uncertainty, and the only certain in life is change as well. So that was just a roundabout circle about going full circle. Life is a series of cycles. Embracing endings allows new beginnings to unfold. Change is an opportunity for growth, healing, and self-discovery. Shift your perspective. Instead of fearing change, reframe it as an exciting adventure. You're actually getting upgraded. That's been my response when I'm going through massive changes is that energetically I'm getting upgraded to something that's more aligned with where I am going in the future. See the unknown as a blank canvas ready for your unique expression and potential. And this is something, the blank canvas, you're the creator and you're the artist. So you can create anything you desire. Most importantly too is trust your inner wisdom. We have everything we need to navigate new beginnings. Trust yourself, trust that little voice within you, and listen to the guidance that is coming through you to lead you through the transitions with confidence. And sometimes they may be a little far-fetched, but just know that these are the things, and it might be totally counter to what you think it is, but this is the right next step for you. Release your doubt and fear. Resisting change keeps us stuck in old patterns. True that. Let go of limiting beliefs that make room for the new by embracing the discomfort that often comes with growth. And I'm not going to call, that discomfort is a choice. We can go kicking or screaming, or we could just embrace that and allow it to show us what it needs to teach us, because every opportunity there's gold nuggets for each of us. And just embrace progress, not perfection. Sometimes it's baby steps and sometimes it's a big leap. It doesn't have to look a certain way. So please throw out that whole perfectionistic ideology, because it's not really helping us. Focus on the small, consistent steps forward, knowing that each one brings you closer to your true potential. So, my closing thoughts are this. Remember, every new beginning is an invitation to grow, heal, and evolve into the next version of yourself. You are capable and resilient, and you are supported every step of the way. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Embrace it with an open heart. Trust the universe is guiding you towards exactly what you need, even if it doesn't look the way you expect it. That's the surprise of the universe. When we are able to take our blinders off and see infinite possibilities, we're going to see many different opportunities that are there for us. And I'm just going to leave you with this quote by Alan Watts. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. So let's dance away as we embrace new beginnings. So next week on the Dr. Dolores Show, we're transitioning worlds, navigating change with grace. More change, 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 change of fools. I will keep my day job and not sing for you. But are you feeling the push and pull of life transitions? Shifting from one chapter to another can feel overwhelming and uncertain, but it's also an invitation to evolve. So stay tuned next week as we talk about the art of transitioning worlds and embracing changes with clarity and confidence. We are in very interesting times with lots of changes, and change is not a one and done, it's a consistent. So join us next week, the same time, same place, same bat station. And you're listening to the Dr. Dolores Show on Inspired Choices Network. I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. And we're going to be signing off now. And I just want to remind you all that you are loved more than you know, and that we have choices now. When you're awake and aware, you can make a different choice. So know that you are worth it, and I'll see you next week. Take care.
Thank you for listening to the Dr. Dolores Show. Dr. Dolores returns Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. Until then, remember to be kind to yourself and create your best life. You are worth it.